I feel like I'm losing my mind, part two. Last week we talked about how when we go through difficult things, we are actually losing our minds. And I don't know if this has happened to you, if you're someone who has lost a loved one, if you've lost yourself, if you've lost a job, if you've lost a whole entire identity. Let me tell you something. When it comes to the past 3 years of my life, and you know what, y'all, give me a minute. I know the last voice message was like 2 minutes, but if y'all can give me a minute, like get some snacks or do some housework while I'm talking, because this is gonna be a long one. I feel like, anybody out there, have you ever felt like your entire life has been one ghetto, and I don't mean ghetto like that, I mean ghetto as like this is a hot mess, one ghetto movie, one ghetto Lifetime movie where like one thing after another happens. And that's what life has been like, or was, because I'm entering into something new and so are you, but that's what life was like for me. Like, oh my gosh, from the moment I was born, I faced trauma. And then being neurodivergent, not speaking a lot, not having a lot of friends, not, being able to use my voice, having a lot of fear, and elementary school going through so many different toxic things, painful things, middle school, painful depression. Oh my goodness. Then high school, I'll tell y'all all about that one day. And just here I am, 36 years old, and I'm like, oh my gosh. I thought that when my mom died, that was the only time that I've lost my mind. And I'm saying lost my mind as in losing touch with the old me, the old thoughts, the old patterns, old way of life. But when I look back at it, I lost different versions of my mind over and over and over again. From being a child who experienced some really difficult things and, teenage years, I have had to shed my mind. I feel like our brains, in a sense, are kind of like snake skin that sheds, and it just sheds over and over and over again. And that's the thing that people don't tell you about life. You don't just lose your mind or shed the old you or the old way of thinking or your old thoughts, your old patterns, your old reality. You sometimes lose connection with that reality over and over again. And we have to be reborn over and over again. And I hate it. One thing that is really helpful when it comes to my grief journey and my life journey, my healing journey, whatever you want to call it, is being okay with the fact that I may always heal. I may always have to heal. I may heal over and over again for the rest of my life. If anybody tells you that healing is a one and done thing, they are lying to you. That is not the way it works. When you look at, let's say that, and I'm going to look at my hand right now. I wish y'all could see, but I'm very clumsy. I drop stuff. I trip a lot. I'm all over the place sometimes. So leave it to me to try to take something out the oven, and I burnt my left hand. And like right underneath the thumb, where the thumb and wrist meet, that little area, it kind of looks like a chicken wing. So that area I burnt, and I have this huge, ugly burn mark right there. And that hurt. It was painful. It scabbed. It was ugly and peeling. Now it is healing. And the crazy thing is, if I get burned again, guess what? I got to go through that same process. It's ugly. It's painful. It's itchy. It's burning. It's peeling. And then if I get burned again, I got to go through that same healing process. If I scab my knee, I got to go through that same healing process. If my heart gets broken, I got to go through that same healing process where it's painful, it's ugly, it's scabbing, it's burning, it's itchy, and then the old skin falls off. I want you to think of your mind as the old skin. Every time something painful happens in your life, you are shedding skin, and that includes your mind. You lose it. You actually lose access to the old you. There is no old you. And I think that's what makes grief and loss and life transitions and pain and trauma so difficult because, of course, we grieve other people. We grieve old situations, but dang, like, I got to lose myself. You've got to lose yourself. And one thing that I can say that I hate, and I'm very open when it comes to my grief and loss journey. One thing I can say I hate about this journey is the fact that we are forever healing. I hate it. We are thrown into a life where we have to experience pain sometimes without our consent, and we have to heal without our consent. We got to lose our minds without our consent. And the thing is, there's no rule book. There's no handbook that teaches you how to do this. What I want you to do this week, and I'm going to upload a vocal freedom meditation. Some of y'all know I vocal coach, so I sing. And a lot of what I do, healing work for myself, I will press record and I will sing through my feelings and my emotions. And I'm going to record one for y'all this week. And it's going to be straight off the dome, mistakes and all. But what I want you to do this week, I want you to give yourself permission to lose your mind. The worst thing you can do on a healing journey is to try to hold on to the old you, because the old you does not exist. I want you to as a matter of fact, I want you to say this with me. I give myself permission to lose my mind. I give myself permission to let go. Because that's when, the moment that you can say goodbye to the old you, that's when you can start to decide who you want to be. That's when you can start to birth the new you. But let me tell you, that process in between those two transitions, that's grief. That's trauma. That's pain. That's heartache. That's difficult. So I don't want you to, rush yourself, from one world to another. Sit in that transition space as much as you need to. But when you are ready, I want you to give yourself permission to lose your mind. Give yourself permission to let go of the old you. This pain is trying its best to birth something. I don't know what it is. We don't know what it is. We don't understand it, but it is trying its best to put you through a rebirth, to put you through this birthing experience. And birth is painful. So yes, we are losing our minds. And sometimes that is a beautiful place to be in. After all of the snotting and crying and screaming on the floor and tears and anger and rage, and I'm in that process now, I am literally allowing myself to lose the old thoughts and the old patterns that I have held for so long. Not just that, but I'm allowing myself and giving myself permission to detach from the old thoughts and the old patterns that were given to me in my bloodline, from my ancestors, people who, maybe didn't know how to heal from their trauma and their pain. And now it's up to me or you to do that healing. Healing is ugly. Yes, you are losing your mind. And guess what? That is okay. Sometimes that puts you in the most powerful state that you could ever be in. This week, give yourself permission. Give yourself permission to let go of anything that you need to let go of. If it is doubt, if it is, self-doubt speaking negatively, if it is, doubting yourself, imposter syndrome, if whatever it is, give yourself permission to let go of that. Yeah, lose that part of your mind, because that's when the true healing starts.